Hello world, welcome back to the Razor RC. If you've been following the channel, I have been using Cal RC products for like the last year or so. They sent me a bunch of stuff and I've been testing it and trying it and kind of picked out what I think are the 5 best products. Now they make a lot of different things. They make parts boxes like they got here. They make basically like a motor spray degreaser, the Moo Clean, which you could definitely use. They make basically like a waterproofing serum that you basically apply to your receivers or ECUs to make them waterproof. Provides like a nice little coating to keep your electronics waterproof for you bashers. They also make thread lock, which I have not tried, although I do use this tire glue. I've been using this tire glue for probably 7-8 years. It's made by Bob Smith Industries, as you can see there, but Cal RC does sell it. Best tire glue in my opinion. I've tried them all. I've tried TLR, I've tried AKA, tried Perline glue. I've tried like pretty much every tire glue on the planet, and I like this stuff the best personally. That's what I always use. Just works really well. But I want to talk about like the 5 best products that I really like, and if you want to try Cal RC products, I would definitely recommend trying these out. I've been very happy with them, and pretty much exclusively use this stuff now. But we're gonna go in order from what I think is the best stuff. Number 1 is this, the Moo Clean concentrate. So this is the wash. This is new because it comes now in a concentrate, which is awesome because it used to come in like a premix. It's a little expensive due to shipping and stuff like that, but you can buy 1 bottle of this with shipping. I think it's about $60 to me in the US, but the thing is it makes 5 gallons of it. So $60, 5 gallons, you're talking about what, 10, 12 bucks a gallon. And you basically dilute this at 20 to 1 or 10 to 1 if you want it a little bit stronger, but I generally run like 20 to 1. But yeah, this is the best wash in my opinion. I've tried the stuff from BP Racing. I don't think it's as good. I've tried the crystal clear stuff from Simple Green, the spray. That, in my opinion, eats the plastics, but this has had no adverse effects on the plastics in my last year of running this stuff. So I highly recommend this stuff, number 1. If you want to try something from Cal RC, this would be the best thing. Number 2 is a product I was a little skeptical, I gotta admit, when I first got this, but this is their wipes. And in the beginning I was like, well, why do I need a wipe? And it's basically like kind of like those Clorox wipes or those cleaner wipes that you get. I do recommend just popping off the cap, grabbing one out of the box there, or the tube there, popping the thing back on just to keep it sealed and stuff like that. But in the beginning I was like, what's the big deal with the wipes? And I think they said that was their favorite product. Now I finally understand why. Got my Serpent SRX8 here. I kind of did the wash and got most of the dirt off, but as you can see there's still stuff on the car. So I mean, you just take this and you wipe basically everything that you can see, and it gets that like last bit of dirt off just without having to do anything. You just rub it on the car wherever you want and it gets that stuff off. So it's just amazing. I mean, as you can see, it just gets it like super clean there at the end. Turn on the chassis, especially the plastic stuff. You just rub it all over. And I think the wash kind of gets it like 70-80% clean, I would say. But this last bit, if you want it like basically spotless, you just rub this all over everything, and then comes out like super clean. So anyways, this is actually shockingly really, really good. The only thing I would say is don't use it on any polished pipes like that. It actually works really well at getting off this grime and dried on nitro fuel or whatever, oil, all that stuff. But it does have a slight abrasion to it. Both sides have a slight, I mean, as you can see there, I just took off like everything off that pipe tip. But I'm not going to rub it on there because it will kind of dull it because it is slightly abrasive. So yeah, I don't recommend it for that, but if you could certainly do it and then polish it afterwards, I guess. But this stuff is amazing. That would be my second recommendation that I personally can't live without. Number 3, in my opinion, is this, the Udder Butter. So this is what I use on all my diffs. So all the metal gears, so like the ring and pinion on your diff, I highly recommend using this. I do not recommend using like Lucas Red and Tech. I know a lot of people use that, but that is way too thick. It actually generates additional heat because it's too sticky. You really want the parts to spin freely. This is waterproof. It is light enough to not generate too much stickiness or resistance, but it is thick enough to stay on the gear. So personally, this is what I like. I used to use black grease, but I do find this to be superior. So this is a new formula as well. It comes in this yellow butter looking thing. You just kind of come in like this green thing, but it is waterproof, and I do think this works really, really well. Comes in like this nice convenient tube. I think they used to make a tub. I don't know if they still do, but this is what I use, the tube. Just a syringe. You can apply it super easily. Number 4 is the series of little parts trays. So these are magnetic, and they also make like a magnetic workspace type work mat. But I like these little ones because, you know, when you're building a car or disassembling a car or whatever, you just throw that down, throw the screws into like different compartments. Like maybe you start with step 1, all the top screws on a diff, and then all the bottom screws, and then maybe the internal diff screws or whatever. You can kind of just do it by steps. Or if you're putting together a kit, maybe you have a bunch of bags, you can kind of dump them into the individual spaces, and that way you can see if you got pieces left over, or maybe you need pieces from the first step there on like the 6th step or whatever. So I like these a lot. They are magnetic as well. The only thing I would say is they're not great for like really thin washers, kind of get stuck here on the bottom, but for screws or, you know, pretty much all the parts that you would disassemble from a vehicle, I think this works really well. That is number 4, what I think is well worth getting. And the last thing is this, the Mousse Slick. So this is one of the original things they provide, is basically a plastic spray. You just basically just spray it all over your car, let it dry after like, you know, 30 seconds or a minute, and then you can just wipe off any excess. But it keeps the plastics nice and shiny, kind of refreshes them. They don't dry out, and then keeps them like shiny and really nice. So this is helpful for also keeping dirt off your vehicles. The Mousse Slick product I think is really good for nitro vehicles, especially if you're running on like real dirt. Kind of helps prevent dirt from building up quite as easily on all your parts, even on the metals and stuff like that. You can use it, so it works really well. So yeah, those are the 5 products I would highly recommend from CalRC if you want to try out their stuff. I mean, for cleaning, for lubricants, for degreasers, all that kind of stuff. I think they are honestly the best company. They are products specifically made for RC. They've been in the industry for like, you know, over a decade, I think. A really, really long time. I think a lot of A-scale nitro people in particular use their products, and I find them really good. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope that helped you out. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe buttons. Look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.